It's time for Caleb's Choice.
His choice.
His rules.
All right.
All right, guys. First question for today is on Sunday. Is NASCAR starts back up, Daytona 500. So what job would you want to do as a NASCAR team? What would your job be?
Oh, drive.
I was going to say, I'm the driver.
I want to be a pit crew. I want to change the tires.
You just rip them off.
Yeah, you don't even need the drill. You just be like,
Just one little boom.
throw the new one on and
Right.
glue it to stick. What about you?
Driver.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
I'll beat you.
Sure, whatever.
Okay, I'll beat both of you. We need to make this happen because, yeah.
How are we gonna make that happen? I don't
Vegas,
think
right?
our budget
They have
allows
one
us.
in.
They
They
think
have in Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they don't let you race.
Then we'll race fast go-karts.
Yeah, okay, that's what
There
I'm
we
saying.
go. All right.
We're gonna have the
And he can
Crypto
film
Bros
it.
and the HOLLYGIRL
Yeah, I'm too big.
At the
Grand
pit
Prix.
station.
Yes. we
Yeah,
need
because
to.
you probably can't fit in them, can you?
I'll
If I
pull
could, I'd
over.
be too heavy anyways. I wouldn't win.
I'll pull over my go-kart, be like, change my tire.
Yeah, come on, Adam.
Right, pit crew.
I need some fuel.
We would just pick up that go-kart, set it aside, and get you a new one.
Pit boy.
Right.
Chris, what about you? What job would you like to have in a NASCAR crew?
Like I think I would go with a pit. Like think about it. What's the most exciting time when you're watching those races? Like is when they pass through it and when the car comes in and you see like those guys in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
And,
cool.
they even time it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at F1. It makes like it's so important that and it's so much fun. You're always excited. Okay, they're gonna change the tire. Let's see if somebody's gonna like is it gonna blow or like. I would agree. It looks pretty fun.
Yep.
Yeah, and that F1
someone on your
is nuts too, because I think it's one big like nut they take off.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Where in NASCAR they have to, but that's like whole tire comes off, slap it on, and they're gone.
And they're gone, right?
Yeah.
Look at that coordination. Like it's so dangerous.
Well,
Yeah,
in
it
a
is.
sport where every second counts. You know,
Every second.
they're all
Yeah.
about it.
And fuel, like with that high pressure thingy going
Yeah.
there, like
Yeah.
look at that thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Second question is: what was one of your worst childhood memories?
Oh gosh.
Oh, God.
I'm scared for Caleb's.
Josh was involved.
I was probably there, and I probably did something really bad.
We were.
Shit, no doubt.
We used to live close to the school.
I
and we
knew he was going to say this.
And we were playing behind the shop,
I still feel bad about this to this day, for the record.
and they had this old army jeep. So we were playing the army jeep, and I'm driving, and Josh taps me on the shoulder, and I turn, and he had a bottle of spray paint, and it's right in my eyes. So I had to go to the emergency room.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was like a gun. Like I was pretending like it was a gun. He was driving the army jeep, and he turned around. I was like,
That's what siblings
and
are
as soon
for.
as it happened, I was just like, like what did I do? I don't even know how old we were.
We weren't very old.
Were we in school?
Probably kindergarten, first grade.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, you know.
I had to go to the emergency room, and they actually put soap in my eyes and like used their finger and like were rubbing the paint off my eyeball.
That's what siblings are
Yeah.
for, man.
It sucked.
And you know how like
I use my
if
sister's
anybody
leg as a ramp.
anybody that's got like siblings, when you do that thing
Right.
and there's like no taking it back, and then it's like for a split second, is there any way I can not be in trouble for this? And there just wasn't. Like he was pretty much blind. I had to grab him by the hand, walk him home, and be like, "Mom," and we loaded up, went to the hospital. It was bad. I feel so bad about that.
Oh my gosh.
What about you, Greg? What kind of?
This question sucks.
Ah.
I was gonna say, probably sliding down a storm window, like the glass, like a slide.
Did it break?
It broke halfway through.
Did it cut you?
Oh,
yeah.
my
Oh, I
God.
bet.
Cut my ass up.
Why did you do
So
that?
literally your ass hump.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
sister was doing it and it didn't break. And so I was like, oh, okay. Halfway through, right through the glass.
Man,
Oh, it was bad. Yeah.
Stitches?
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
so my worst childhood memory, and my memory from my childhood is not awesome except for like bad things. So yeah, so like I see the neighbor's cat in the yard,
Yeah.
right? Not that big of a deal, but it's an indoor cat.
And she's your teacher.
Yeah, and she was my teacher,
Yeah.
my music teacher, and I was in elementary. And I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm going to go get this cat, take it back to their house because, you know, it's not supposed to be outside. So I go outside and I can't find it. And my mom did tell me, she's like, you probably shouldn't mess with the cat. You don't know that cat, you know, blah, 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 whatever. It's a cat.
Mama knows.
I can't find this cat. And I'm like, it was just in the yard. And I look up and it jumps out of the tree at me and like coming at me. I put my hand up, it claws me. It just, actually it was this one because I still have scars.
Yeah.
It annihilates my arm and just going nuts. I could not get it off my arm. I had to bang it up against this swing set that we had. I have blood dripping off every finger. Like it just,
It was bad.
That's horrible.
yeah, so then we had to wait to see if it had rabies and then all that stuff. But no, it sucked.
Your
Find
arm's
out it was a
swelled up,
Wolverine.
too.
Yeah, so
Got
cat
infected.
scratch fever is a real thing
Yeah.
because
yeah.
you could not see like the knuckles in my hand. Everything swelled up and got infected. It was bad.
Yikes.
Yeah. What about you, Holly?
So I have two, but one of them, I mean, yeah. So the worst one, I would have to say, my dad had a very old car. It was a Nova,
Ooh, yeah.
and he still actually has it. But we were taking a drive, and it wasn't fixed up or anything yet. And we were all, you know, us kids were in the back, and he was driving. And he told us, you know, sit down, don't try to move because there was a hole, like in the floorboard.
Oh
You
no.
know, it's like keep your seatbelt on, don't move. And you know, I don't listen. Okay, I have never been a good listener. And I just happened to step down, and my foot fell through the floorboard, and my foot drug on a gravel road until my dad could stop. When he finally realized why I was screaming,
Dang.
Oh.
he finally stopped. Yeah. So I had, you know, I had to go to the hospital. Well, I went to a clinic because my grandpa's a doctor, and he had to fix up my foot as best as possible. And yes, I still have scars on all my little toes. But luckily I didn't have to get like skin grafts or
Yeah.
anything. It healed pretty good, but my
Yeah.
little toes have scars on them still.
Wow.
That could be
What
real
year's
bad.
the Nova?
Oh gosh, it's like
Screw your foot.
You know what? I
Did it
can't
get
remember if it's in its 70s. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him, Josh. I'll get back to you.
Hey,
But
can
it's
you
red,
send me a
it's pretty.
picture of it? It's like my
Yeah.
favorite. It's like one of my favorite cars.
Yeah.
I actually owned one for a little bit. Then I had to sell it to remodel a bathroom because I went from being single to having 3 people living in my house. And I needed another bathroom, so I had to sell my Nova to make that happen. So, yeah, if your dad ever wants to get rid of his Nova, have him call me.
Ye will never. Yeah.
It's like,
Dang.
Those are just, yeah, he'll, you know, when he passes, he's going to pass it down to one of us that will probably never sell it either.
You can sell it
there
to
you
me,
go.
Holly. You can sell it to me.
I already know. Like my dad is like he loves old cars. He has a, you know, 57 Chevy step side old school truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he has this Nova. And then my car is a Stingray Corvette. He has a white.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah. Those are-
That is awesome. You
It's
would not fit
heavy.
in
No.
that.
No, it's very small,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's, you know, he's really kept it in mint condition, you guys. And that, I already claimed it. I said, that one's mine.
Well, you'd fit in
There
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget when Mark McGuire broke the home run record. The Cardinals gave him like a 60s, because whatever many home runs he hit, that's a year Corvette they gave him,
Yeah.
and he couldn't fit in it.
Real.
He's too big for it.
Yeah.
He couldn't get inside it. I thought that was hilarious. So, Chris, what about you,
Coolest
man?
part of-
Oh, sorry, Holly.
what? Oh, no, I was just going to say the coolest part about the Corvette is it's a T-top,
Oh,
and you don't see those anymore. So
No.
it's so awesome.
Man, nice.
The curved glass is so hard to do in nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
It's all
Yeah.
plexiglass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful design.
Chris,
Yeah.
what about you? What's your memory?
Damn it! I have so many. I was not very lucky when I was a kid. I'm not even kidding. I broke like 50 bones.
Oh,
I was a kid.
man.
You guys talking about, yeah, I had meningitis. I got run through cars. But let's say one of the worst, maybe you can say a couple of them. Um, I was in this like kung fu, and I was playing soccer at the time. So after school, I would go to like soccer, and after soccer, I would go to this martial arts thingy, and then I would come home. But maybe one day I was like too like tired, and by coming home, there's like this street where it's coming down, and then it's just like forward. All I remember is just blinking. You know, I was in my bike. I just blinked, and when I open, I see somebody like on the other side, maybe a lady, and I don't even look forward. I open my eyes, I look to the side, and when I look up, I have a van parked like straight, and I go like face onto that thingy, and oh my god, I was like, and I was really, let's say in the other day, I looked like Bart Simpson.
Oh wow.
Wow.
People on the school, they were like, who is this guy? Was so swollen because like it was like a bicycle, right? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and it was those vans are like straight.
Yeah.
So I eat like straight. My face stopped everything, right?
Dang.
It was
Wow.
and
Dang.
I remember like the other day, like people like looking at me like, who the hell is this guy? Like, and all my lips swollen, like
Dang.
my face was swollen, like I looked like horrible, like and it was it was pretty bad, but worse than that, maybe like trying to skateboard and drinking. I was really kid. We shouldn't drink. It was like
Not a
Sounds
good
like a
time.
bad
That sounds like a good time.
I was like probably like 15, and we had this like fire water in Portugal, this like 40-50% alcohol, like very very strong.
Wow.
And somebody stole from his granddad like this homemade thing, and we were doing like shots. And I look at the half pipe. I don't know, like you guys skate.
Yeah.
I look at the half pipe. We had a half pipe and a mini ramp next to it, right? And I look at it. I said, I bet you I can jump from the half pipe, do like a twist, land on that mini ramp, and do the thing. And the guys, no, you cannot do that thing. I said, I bet you I can.
I bet.
So and I was actually doing more like inline skating than like skateboarding.
Mm.
So I get on those things, and I drop the half pipe. That's already very high, and I jumped from one. It was perfect, right? I actually jumped through the actual fence. I jumped through the fence. I do the flip. I land so perfectly, but because of the height, I landed so fast that I couldn't control my feet. My feet just jump. I put my hands back. Do you know that thing you put on your wrist to
Yeah.
protect it?
Yeah.
So it protect my hand, but it pushed, and I still have like metal here. It actually pushed my bones out
Really?
on the where that plate finish. It completely
Oh.
pushed.
Popped it out.
I go up, and I do like this with my hand, and I see like all my friends like throwing up and like saying, I like, what the hell happened? And I look at my hand, so I have my hand here, and this part is like here, like, and I was like, whoop. Oh, it was like it was horrible, like and I couldn't get surgery because I was drinking a little bit, and so they have to put my bones in place in like cold blood. Like I had all this like 4 or 5 people around me pushing my bones and pushing in because they couldn't let it scar without being in place. My sister said it was like 500 meters from the hospital. She heard me scream. The actual doctor, I saw him like a few years ago. He was like, look what I have here. Still, he still has the bite marks from me biting him on the back.
Oh wow!
Because they were all grabbing me, and I just bite him like because it was like here on this part, and I bite him so hard I almost took his flesh out.
Dang.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That's a hell of a story, man.
Oh, yeah. And that's not even worse. Like, that's not even worse. When I was waiting, like for the doctor to see me, I was like in this bed in the hospital, and this is horrible. I still remember I was like laying down, and there was this like this was in the emergency place, right? And I'm like laying down full of pain, like, and all this shit, and I look to the side, and in this room there's one guy flatlining,
Ugh.
and all of these people, and they're putting shots, and I'm there without being able to move, with this thing happens right next to me while I'm doing this. It was horrible. It was
Wow.
completely horrible, and I was like, I stayed like probably like 2 months in the hospital.
Really?
Yeah, because they had to wait
That's
to
crazy.
this to stop swallowing, and then they actually had to break that thingy again, put all the things. I maybe was possible to have a very good career playing like piano, but that's over because it messed up with some of my
Yeah.
tendons on the thing. Yeah, my
Huh.
hand completely, like, it pushed completely everything out. It was like
Huh. Wow.
yeah, it was horrible.
Yeah, that does.
Wow. Yes. Sounds
Dang.
All right, last question.
Yeah, is this question
it
a
was
little
kinda
more
bad.
positive?
Well,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
my daughter
Hopefully.
asked me this, so I don't have an answer to it.
Oh no.
So she said, if you're born deaf, you've never heard any voices or language in your life, what are you thinking in your head? Like, what's that your inner thoughts? What is it, like pictures, or is it, you know, if you've never heard
Who asked this?
my
His
daughter.
Oh hell.
Was she drinking?
No.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, because it's
Conference
like,
champions.
it's like
Yeah.
you think in English or, you know, Spanish, but it's like if you never heard anything,
How would you know
how would you
what?
know? Or like babies, I guess too. How are they
Oh.
thinking?
Maybe God's speaking to you just constantly.
Maybe. Are you just
Did you know that you can teach baby like from at the age like about 6 months? You can teach them sign language.
yeah.
Actually, earlier than 6 months, you can teach them like milk and different
Yeah,
eat.
more. And,
Yeah, more.
Mhm.
I did not know that.
But yeah, it's like one of the best things to teach because then when they cry, they could tell you.
Yeah.
They just haven't developed their vocal cords and everything and their ability to talk yet. That sign language actually helps.
I know a little bit.
What's this?
I had to learn it from my daughter.
More?
More.
Yeah. More.
Oh. All right. I know sign language. Greg,
All done.
I don't know what that is. So last night we actually won the conference championship, Holly. So I celebrated a little bit. So I have no answer.
All right.
Oh, you won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're in the state playoffs. If we lose, the season's over.
Yeah.
So we'll see what
So
happens.
when is that?
Starts Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have to keep me updated because I'm like invested in
You're
this
not coming
team.
in?
You're not
You're
gonna
gonna
come see
fly
the
in?
games, like.
Jeez.
Hey,
Hey, I tell you what, we make it to the final four.
Bakerfield.
We make it to the final four teams in
I'll
state.
go.
You'll have to come. Gotta-
that's a deal because I can work from wherever I am.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I'm just trying to figure out. I mean, because I could work from the hotel, during the day and then
Yeah.
go see the games.
Yeah.
It's yeah, this
Okay.
is exciting.
We'll see.
There
No
you go.
promises. Who knows how far we'll go?
Yeah. Well, it's Holly's question.
Yeah. Does anybody else have an
Right.
answer to Caleb's
Yeah.
question
That's a-
about inner voices?
That's one of those questions. If your daughter asks you, you're completely F.
Yes.
That's some breaking the fabric of the universe kind of question. So, like, because it's like a paradox. It's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I heard something about this because how can you know what the sound is? How do you know what English sounds like?
Yeah.
You're just associating signs to this, but you don't know exactly what it sounds. So you don't. There's no kind of representation of the on like your head, right?
Right.
It's not like if you listen and you don't see, you still can listen to a sound and then touch. So in your mind you can have that thing. But if you never listen to any sound whatsoever, so what do you know what's English? Well, there's nothing. That's a
Right.
very hard. Oh my God! I'm glad I was not
No,
you
it's
because
okay.
I didn't know what to answer.
Well, I will tell you that it's now Holly's turn to ask a question, and they usually are right around this same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes my brain hurt. So if you don't have a headache yet, Chris,
I'm
you might.
notorious for like the really you could get you thinking. Okay, so what does a person that has no hair, no eyebrows, no hair, bald, no arm hair, nothing, put as their hair color on their driver's license?
Is bald not an option?
No.
It's not.
No,
Green.
it's not.
I'd put green.
Green hair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I'd want.
I mean, because there are people who like literally don't grow any hair. It's a thing. So what do they put on their driver's license as their hair color?
NA.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe.
I don't
know.
think that's an option either, though.
You have to put something?
Yeah, you have to. I'm
probably put anything.
almost positive that you have to put something on there, and green isn't an option. Like they have, specific colors that you have to select. So what do you do? The color of your
Brown.
eyes, like brown?
I don't know. That's
Just
good.
give them Fireball and let them fill it in. Here, you pick. Just red.
Red. I don't know. That's a good one.
I have no idea, Holly.
You can pick whatever you want. This is the beauty of not having hair, because it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's gonna say that you're lying, right?
Yeah. That's true.
True
I
that.
don't know. You get
Prove
that
it.
just from-
Prove it.
Yeah, prove it. You have no way.
Is there a right answer to this, Holly?
No.
Okay.
There's not really an
Mind blown.
answer. I mean, it's like,
Time to drink.
see?
Right.
But the coolest thing is that person. I know there's kind of a dystorphia that you can actually born without anything, but you always will have something. So it's not normal that you don't have even if you become bald or lose something, it's probably something genetic that will happen over time and not straight from when you were born.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's funny that you asked this question, Holly, because I spent a lot of time on YouTube, and a clip from the movie Powder showed up just yesterday or the day before, and I was like,
Wasn't he completely bald?
yeah,
Like,
and pale. He had like no pigment,
yeah.
and it's a sad movie.
I like that movie.
People didn't
though.
treat him very nice.
No, they didn't at all.
He just wanted to be accepted.
No, like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Yep.